Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Upset, effort deficiencies, overthinking, all terms thrown out this afternoon by Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer after the Tide got dominated by Florida State 31-17. Good evening and welcome to sports. You couldn't have asked for a better start to a Crimson Tide season. A 17-play, 8-minute and 50-second drive ending with a touchdown pass from the new QB1. Problem is, it was all downhill from there. Florida State responded, outscoring the Tide 31-10 the rest of the way. For context, FSU had more first downs, was far better on third down, was actually perfect on fourth down, committed half the penalties of, and outrushed Bama by over 140 yards. It was a good old-fashioned beatdown, and Alabama has now lost to 4 unranked teams in the last 14 games and dropped 4 of their last 5 away games, setting up the soundbite of the day down here in Alabama.
At least from my standpoint and how I can address the team is completely different than it was a year ago. And so, we don't need to speak in those terms, but it feels different. There's more of a just flat out upset. I can use a lot of different words to explain it, but just, really upset about how it went. These aren't learning moments anymore. This is us and our program. And, again, we understand the situation we've put ourselves in and that we're in. But it is a long season. And, let's take care of business this week. And then that's going to set up the next week.
The Tide's first chance to take care of said business is versus UL Monroe. Hopefully, Tide fans don't still have too many nightmares of the Warhawks' upset win back in 2007 kickoff, set for 6:45. Flipping to the Plains, Auburn quarterback Jackson Arnold has been named an SEC Co-Offensive Player of the Week. The junior racked up 245 total yards and rushed for 2 touchdowns in the Tigers' win over Baylor on Friday. His 137 on the ground, the most for an Auburn quarterback since Nick Marshall in 2013. And Arnold wasn't alone getting honored by the Southeastern Conference. Auburn kick returner Rayshon Pleasant has been named an SEC Co-Special Teams Player of the Week. The Tulane transfer made a house call on a 98-yard run back in the third quarter. It was the Tigers' first kick return touchdown since the 2020 Outback Bowl.